Well, welcome back to Radcliffe Radio, where Radcliffe take on Warrington Town once more. Of course, victorious last time they faced this opposition in a 2-1 victory in the FA Cup. And Anton, they'll be hoping for something similar in today's fixture.
The new.
It looks like it's Dudley to take.
Yeah, I imagine it'll be Dudley to take. Hands up in the air.
Sent in now towards that back post, but comes off Roscoe last, it looks like, and it does, but not a long way wide. But it's probably the first real chance between the two sides.
So it is that. More of a glance rather than a clear full header back one, to be fair. So
as Woods puts his arm in the air and delivers now towards that back post. Breaks to McDonald in the penalty area, just outside the penalty area now for Harris. Back out to Woods on the left-hand side, looking to weave his way forward. Harris clips the ball in, but it's straight into the grasp of Hewalt. Rodwell Grant goes down in the mix of all that, but it's not flagged up. And it's a wasteful throw in the end by Hewalt, but Radcliffe escaped without sanction. And now Sargent back to Maynard. Maynard to Thornley across to Roscoe. Almost feels puzzling saying that Thornley's back in the side, doesn't it, after how long he's been absent for?
Yeah, it's been a long time, but it's good to see him back as Owolabi is making progress down his right-hand side. Turns it back to his partner in Hugh, strike partner in Hugh. Now back to Owolabi out wide, looks to play the ball in. It's good. I don't know, it's got to try it back across and it's well held by Atherton, but I think it took a deflection of the Warrington Town body from Owolabi's cross and it's come off the underside of the bar and gone away.
I think it was Jackson.
Was it Jackson who got a touch on it?
It was a great passage of play between Owolabi and his strike partner in Hume. The way they worked it down that right-hand side was a joy to watch. But Radcliffe has certainly looked bright in the opening 24 minutes. Still goalless though between the two sides. Matt Sargent's chance still the best of the two sides. But still plenty of time for this one to change once more as Smith collects it in the middle of his own half. Cross now for his defensive partner in Ollie Thornley, who's almost adopting the left centre-back role out of the back four. Now Duxbury, who pirouettes around his man before playing it inside for Maynard, who feeds it over to his right-hand side for Jackson, who plays it down the line looking for Owolabi, who picks it up in the penalty area, strikes it straight into the body of Dan Atherton, but a good chance there for Owolabi to open his account for a second time for Radcliffe.
I think he's trying to catch Atherton out and try and beat him at his near post there. The Warrington half on his left-hand side, in by Duxbury to defeat of Dudley. Going to go back outside to Duxbury. Standing his man up, looks to get half yard to try and get his cross in. He's done brilliantly well into the fire, up into the box. His cross comes in, it's blocked and then head away. He's going to fall back to Sargent. Turns away from his man, turns away from the second try. Good Anton Atherton to keep hold, but initially you've got to say great turn from Sargent to get away from the two Warrington Town bodies and then drive towards that edge of the area and get the shot away.
Fantastic, and he's shown why he picked up August's Player of the Month. The quality that he displayed there, just to turn past not one but two players, was fantastic. And
falling underneath that one, heads that one back where it came, but it's cushioned down into the feet of Dixon now. Plays a switch across to Bennett. He's making progress down this right hand side, looks to come infield now. Returns it to Dixon, about 25 yards out, thinks about a shot. Looks to play a reverse ball inside, but it's going to gets blocked, but works its way out to Connor Woods. He plays a great ball across, finally diving header basically on the floor, but only to Dixon. He strikes it, and he's hit the face of our stand and onto the roof of Hewart's net. It goes.
But you can see that Dixon's going to be the problem, isn't he? He's going to be the one that's going to make things happen for this Warrington side alongside Connor Woods. Of course, he had that glorious chance.
You could see the throw-in. It's Chorley just taking the lead against Needham Market. Throw-in's taken quickly into Woods. Left the ball behind him and Sargent can clear. Now Owolabi. Going to try and hold this one up and look to find someone. Does into the feet of Jackson. Into Dudley, who's caught late, but Owolabi's in here once again.
He's in behind here. And it is It's a goal on his home debut for the second time. An emphatic finish for Tunde Owolabi, who breaks the deadlock on the 38th minute. It was a fantastic initial advantage from the referee, and it broke so beautifully for Tunde Owolabi, who probably couldn't believe his luck as he descended down on the goal, and it was an emphatic finish, and no more than we probably deserve in this game, as Radcliffe take the lead in this one at the Movement.
Similar to his earlier chance in this half, only a matter of about 10-15 minutes ago. He came for, as you said, he probably couldn't believe his luck. But Radcliffe had a throw in deep in the Warrington half out on his left hand side with Duxbury with ball in hand. Owolabi offers himself short but looks into the area for Hume, the skipper for this afternoon, who's caught there, but it looked like must have got the ball. The referee's gone back and he's going to
send off Jordan Hume by the looks of it.
He has.
Well, I'm not too sure why.
I just said he see the challenge.
Well, was it a frailing arm? I'm not all too sure what's been seen, but it's been acknowledged as a red card offence. I can only assume that it's a frailing arm that's just caught him.
Well, he thought he was caught. Well, Hume thought he was caught initially from a foul. I don't know if he's reacted.
Not all too sure. It was
remaining of this second half now.
That's something that we've been guilty of, haven't we, all throughout this season? And that's not to point the finger at anyone, but that is. It's been a season that's been full of individual errors, and ultimately these individual errors cost you in games like this.
Yeah, we've had our moments, but we're on the attack here now with Jackson, who got it from Dudley. Looks to go down his right hand side, tries to jam his way through, but he's played back to Atherton. He slices his clearance up rather than away, and Andy White helps him out, but Sargent collects a loose ball.
I like this from Radcliffe, the fact that we're not just content with the one goal. We're trying to come forward once again.
I mean, as long as it's one of them, we just got to pick and choose our moments when we do put pressure in this final third. It's Dudley back to fight here. Blood's line up a shot. It's blocked. Duxbury gets onto the loose ball. He lines up a shot. Oh, what a save! Like that was going to be right into the top left hand corner. But it's a great play to his right and Atherton to tip it over.
It was a fantastic, exquisite strike from Scott Duxbury. It opened up beautifully just on the left-hand side of...
Now back on the pitch. You think he was looking for one over the top there if possible. He's sent towards him now, but he was on a different wavelength, and Harris can help collect into the feet of Dixon. Maynard challenges him, and Radcliffe have been able to win it back. Now Jackson can bring it away over halfway. Owolabi's on his back and he sees him, and he does. Owolabi's in the goal again. He's caught, man! He's caught! The referee plays that White got the ball, and it looked like he caught Owolabi, in my opinion. The Radcliffe bench was up every on in favour of Radcliffe. That should have been given as a foul. Going to edge towards halfway. He's played a pass in, and Duxie intercepts it, but he should do really better with that rear around and putting it straight back out of play for a throw-in. But the throw-in taken across to Douglas, now with Dixon. Across to Harris, just inside their own half of Warrington. Quick pass into the feet of Amos, but the return from Amos isn't dealt with, and Maynard plays it through to Owolabi on his left hand side. He's definitely onside this time, driving towards the goal, inside the area, cuts the field, lines up a shot! Oh, face Jackson was flying across, but couldn't get a toe on it. Oh, big chance.
Great work by Owolabi. I touched on how bright he looked at times at Marine, and well, he's carried that forward into this game, and he's probably looked more dangerous tenfold today.
Yeah, even twice, if not three times more than what he was last weekend. He's obviously got his goal. He had a chance earlier on before that one-on-one, and this one here, he's put it across the face there. Jackson, as I say, was millimetres away from getting the toe onto that. Got Maynard, Sargent, Jackson and Duxbury as the main forwards. The corner comes in from Dudley. Smith heads it! Oh, he'll feel like he should have done better with that one. It's almost a free header.
I feel that he has to do better as well, and that's not to discredit the hard work that Smith's done to make that move, move towards the ball, but it just felt like he was always glancing away from it.
He was going to look towards his right hand side for Jackson, beaten to it by White. Miles is challenged fairly by Roscoe. Now Jackson looks to Dudley, steps over it. I think he almost got away there, but Douglas has switched on, and now Gumps into Harris. Needs someone out on his right hand side, and Bennett offers himself now. Olabi closes him down. Harris once again. And Douglas on halfway. I think this is the constant pressure we assumed was going to come from Warrington in the second half. Now with Woods lines up a strike. It's a great strike, not a bad effort to be fair, but I don't think Radcliffe are going to mind now if we're going to be trying to be tested from 25 yards plus some strikes in distance.
Well, it was always going away from goal as well. From the way he's wrapped his foot around it.
Good effort.
Yeah, it was a cracking effort in fairness from distance. And he was right to take on the shot. There was no real option ahead of him. Certainly welcome running down the clock that extra few seconds.
Part of the dark arts, mate. We've got to do what we've got to do. Stewart will take fire that goal kick towards Dudley, beaten to it by Gump. Sargent looks to get underneath the second one, and he does. Dudley flicks it on looking for Olabi. Then it heads away. Amos gets there ahead of Thornley and does shield it well and plays it back to Gumps.
I touched on that Amos is a different sort of problem to contend with. And you can see it in sort of full effect, can't you? That he's the target man now, just looking to hold it up.
And Smith looked to play one in behind for Jackson, but overhit, and Atherton can deal that one, and it's now at the feet of Dixon.
Just leaves it behind him momentarily, but adjusts well and finds McDonald midway at the midway point before it's returned back to Dixon. Dixon goes back towards that right-hand channel. It does eventually go there, and now in the centre of the park for Amos, who's challenged, but then it's a shot over there to the back of the net. I believe it's Josh Miles that's fired it into the back of the net. And then in the mix of all that, Ollie Thornley's ended up on the deck.
He was holding on to the ball, I think. Well,
yeah, it's Josh Miles that's cannoned it home. It broke beautifully for him, didn't it? And probably couldn't believe his luck, but it's just unfortunate, isn't it?
That's what hurts more about it. We've done so well to this for the 20 minutes or so.
And it's Radcliffe 1, Warrington Town 1.
But we are level once more in this one. And Radcliffe have got to try and find a way back in this one as Jackson picks it up after 1-2 with Dudley. And now out to Olabi on the corner of the box. Offside once more.
I had 2 or 3 glances at it, and it did look like he was edging so close. As Duxie intercepts the pass well on his chest, as there wasn't enough height on it. Duxie looks at Jackson. No, Dudley behind Dudley. Oh! He should really go with his head there. If he goes with his head there, he gets caught by Everton. It would be in a penalty, I feel.
Yeah, most probably.
Rather than trying to go with his foot as he did.
But in fairness, Everton was quick off his line, wasn't he? But here come Warrington once again as they...
May now got picked off with possession there. Woods looks to play it across. It's off Thornley! It's come up Ollie Thornley. He went with his right foot and he sliced it behind, thanking for a corner at that far post.
Nervy times as we enter the final 20 minutes in this one. As Woods takes that corner once more, it's met by Amos and it's off the bar. And then it's not headed completely away, and then Dixon, it's a wayward hit by Dixon, who just probably couldn't believe his luck as it came back to him on his right foot.
Yes,
and he fires it wide. It's a poor effort by all accounts by Bowen Dixon.
Yeah, I don't know what, the ball's kind of stuck underneath him as he's hit it, and he had no options. He was looking for an out ball really, but no one was really on the bike. I feel like if Olabi was making a move on this left hand side as he stood now, it would have been a chance. There's not great clearance from Douglas, but it falls in favour for White. Now Gumps to Harris. Now wide of Woods. He's looking threatening as this game's gone on. He's beats Duxbury quite comfortably and driving into the penalty area. Gets it across the face, and it's a goal for Amos. Josh Amos has put Warrington in front. And the 10 men of Radcliffe are now 2-1 down. He had the freedom of the 6-yard box. Great play by Connell Woods initially to get his half yard. Beats Duxbury, fires it across the face. And it's took a deflection, falling to the feet of Amos, and he couldn't miss.
Well, you touched on how that Connor Woods has grown into this game, and the one time that we give him that extra second to think about what he wants to do, we're punished.
Donald the freedom of the new one actually in the middle of the park there as he plays it out to Bennett on this right hand side. Now McDonald gets it back from Dixon into Woods, now Gumps. There's a rainbow actually forming over the new one as I can just about see. As Dixon looks to play it in field. into Harris again with a lot of space to work in. Looks to a ball in behind for McDonald. He's 1-on-1. He's chipped it over. The outstretched leg of Hugh out. Well, it's gone wide, similar to Bohan Dixon's when we faced Warrington a couple of weeks back. That's exactly the same chance.
Well, that's the chance to kill off the game, isn't it? There's still a chance that Radcliffe can get back into this one. Obviously 7 minutes to go. Well, Everton doing his best to just slow it down, isn't he?
Well, he slowed it down. He took 25 seconds of him collecting that initial ball to kicking it long. Doctor, you just got to fire this one up anywhere. Indeed, that's
exactly
what it does.
that. Guns beats Tunde into the ball, but it still breaks into the Radcliffe favour with Maynard. Maynard over to his right hand side for Jamie Morgan.
Cross now. He had to cross it. He didn't have to chop. He shouldn't have chopped back.
And now his opposite 20 will come forward, but that is the final action of the game, and Warrington Town to take the 3 points, and it ends Radcliffe 1, Warrington Town 3.